Me and my cheek, me and my cheek. We're here with you. We're here with you. No, really. I've just got me and my cheek home, and it's post Apple What's It on the Alienated Dads Network. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Today is a really interesting video. Playing catch up on the video, so I was working through the night. I wanted to do a video. I saw that it was Parental Alienation Awareness Day on the 25th of April. That got me thinking. It seems that in America, there's such a thing as a Family Court Awareness Day. I thought maybe we can try and take that a little bit further. So the last couple of weeks, I've been putting the feelers out there, and I'm trying to generate, I'm trying to get a movement starting for a Family Court Awareness Month. Now, surely that would matter to everyone who has experienced narcissistically abusive custody battles, divorces, and post-separation abuse. For decades, family court systems in England and Wales have remained acknowledgingly and unaware of high conflict antagonistic personality styles, such as narcissism, and unknowing of the dynamics such as gaslighting, coercive control, and the impact of narcissistic abuse on partners and children. Anyone who has ever been interacting with or intersected with the family court system in a divorce or a child custody battle with an antagonistic person knows the system failings and betrayals of the family court system all too well. Now, the movement around Family Court Awareness Month is still developing. It's a long way off. It's receiving increased support from elected officials and advocacy groups in England and Wales. The numbers on this side and the need for family court awareness are real and painful. Since 2008, there have been numerous documented cases of harm to children by separating or divorced parents or caregivers, with many of these cases being preventable and reflecting failures in the family court system, such as rejection of the other parent's request for protection. Now, while murder is the most extreme outcome in these kinds of cases, high conflict cases, situations, what we see far more often is the harm that comes to the children who are forced into unhealthy custody situations. Despite the documentation being provided by parents showing the challenges a child is having with a narcissistic or antagonistic parent, the court systems and the many people who participate in them, including CAFS officers, guardians ad litem, judges, mediators, solicitors, barristers, majority of Mackenzie friends, paralegals, they all understand this. They all understand this. The most common refrain that often rings out from the halls of the courts and the mediators' offices is that there are two sides to every story. However, when it comes to safety and the safety of children, surely, this perspective is not always appropriate. Recent research has shown that narcissistic personality is consistently associated with aggression. The psychology of narcissism and the associated vindictiveness means that the best interest of the child is too often ignored in these divorces or child arrangement cases, in favor of the narcissistic person's muscling in on the court system and gaming the players in that system to win a vindictive play against a former partner, no matter how much harm it does to the child. They don't care. Family court systems have, for too long, been far more interested in the rights of the parents than with the protection of the child or the children involved. The well-being, safety, and welfare of the children often start to feel like an afterthought. In the case of high conflict divorces, when this is an afterthought, the risk of harm is very high. The fact is that family court systems are overburdened, and concern with the speed of processing these cases often misses the nuanced and difficult conversations about the dynamics underlying the divorce. These systems are more ready to pathologize and blame the parent who has already been broken down by enduring antagonistic or narcissistic abuse for years than to take the proceedings. And because in many divorces, many divorces, the narcissistic parent is often the one more well resourced, so they are able to be in a position to retain combative legal teams and designed to continue to dismantle the other parent, a parent who was already carrying years of psychological burden secondary to the narcissistic abuse. Educating people about narcissism. Parents, judges and attorneys, family lawyers, Mackenzie friends, guardian items, CAFCAS officers, social workers. That's great. It's important. But it is no substitute for systemic change. This isn't as if it's not as simple as educating the judges and any of the players in the family court system. It's about changes in legislation, and then people not being. It is no longer presumed that the child will go automatically to the mother. Yet it's an unwritten rule that the child will automatically go to the mother. Only when the children are suffering from neglect, and that has to be serious, and that's after chance after chance after chance, will the court then consider parental alienation, putting the child into the other person's care. It's not about educating individuals anymore. It's really about changing the policies and attitudes. The oppressive nature of systems such as family court means that there is an almost parallel process of narcissistic abuse that a person may endure. There's the original abuse of the narcissistic relationship and the invalidating of conduct of the court. This sort of obsession with parental rights means that we miss the children's rights to a healthy and safe childhood. Children's rights should always outweigh the adults' rights. Psychological, physical, and social development in a childhood is more impactful to the lifespan and the experiences of the child in childhood than the set patterns that impact a lifetime. Preserving a child's sense of well-being during that window will pay a lifetime dividends. The children may need to take a priority. To all those who are walking through the challenges of high conflict antagonistic divorces and child custody battles, know that the struggle is real. It's real. It will probably get worse before it gets better. Sometimes with tragic consequences, really tragic consequences. And I kid you not, I think maybe let's build this. Maybe we should just let Family Court Awareness Month be a time where you can reach out to your Mackenzie friend, solicitor if you're stupid enough to have one, and ask for real judicial reform. Even though it's important to bring change to one person, only one person at a time. Court reform has to be more sweeping than that. The purpose of this channel, the purpose of why I do this, is to help and support people going through family court, people who are dealing with the narcissistic ex-partner. But we do need change. And the only way we can raise awareness of how family court is destroying people, families, generations, because of covert narcissistic attacks. This is not a gender issue. This is a behavior issue. And we need it to be spotted. And we need it to be dealt with. It to be dealt with in the right way. Until next time, I'm the Apple What's It. You've been watching the Alienated Dads Network. Buongiorno. 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 Buongiorno.